Look at that. Look at that. That's one handsome motherfucker. Oh yeah. YouTube, what's happening? Mr Altier, giving you observation from the real world. Now, on today's video, people, the topic title is going to be Learn to Mind Your Business. Now, the reason I want to speak on this is because when you're someone like myself on an individual path looking to achieve individual success, i.e. a goal that you've set for yourself, you've got to learn to mind your business on your journey. Reason being, where where attention goes, energy flows, right? When you focus on trying to involve yourself in other people's lives and tap into their worlds, trust me, your energy is going to start being all muddled up because you're in their business, right? At the end of the day, mind your business, right? When you're doing business, if you're a businessman, right, that's totally different. Complete that deal and move forward, right? There's different rules for that sort of game. But when it comes to the real world, mind your business, right? People are living their lives all over the world, doing whatever they want to do, right? Because we've been blessed with the fortunate ability of free will. Now, for me, it's something I've learned, and it's something that's allowed me to survive another day. Because what people don't realize is at the core of life, it's survival of the fittest, right? I don't mean to sound so cynical or dark or blunt, but it's important we stay in reality, and the truth hurts. Facing your fears and facing yourself isn't fun, right? It is what it is. I've explained this in multiple videos that I'm an it is what it is sort of guy, and I take life literally day by day. I take reality as what I see. I don't tap in too much to the internet because at the end of the world, pardon me, at the end of the world, I don't know when the world's gonna end, that's another video for another day. But at the end of the day, right, reality is all that matters. AI is phenomenal, the internet's phenomenal. Use it wisely. But we live in the real world, never forget that. We're humans, we're no different to the animals within the animal kingdom, we're just civilized, right? But when it comes to minding your business, please do, because you can get yourself hurt, you can get yourself killed, you can get yourself in a lot of problems that you don't want, and you can muddle up with the wrong energy that will affect you in achieving your individual goal. You got to have a tunnel vision, and you got to always remain in your lane, right? I did a short around 1.5 years ago now, where I spoke about the importance of staying in your own lane, right? If you guys have followed me on my journey, you've seen that I've stayed in my own lane. I've been consistent with what I'm talking about, and I've been consistent with what I believe in and what I stand on, especially on this channel. And additionally to that, I've been consistent in actually achieving my goals, right? Therefore, I'm staying in my own lane. Had I tapped into getting involved in other people's business, not focusing on myself and my future and my present and my past, which is all muddled up to be one, aka time, which is also an illusion, but that's another topic for another day, I wouldn't be in the position I am right now. And I've got to maintain this mentality till death, because at the end of the day, we all have individual lives. And that's why I actually find the concept of prison so fascinating, because although it's got a negative connotation to it, there's nothing better than solitude for any man that's lost in the world, right? Because at the end of the day, you get to actually recuperate, realign yourself, and focus on what you need to focus on, which is achieving your goals, right? There's so much noise in the world and so much distraction that we struggle to sometimes just take a moment, step back, relax, and just embrace peace, right? You hear that? Pure silence. Why is it important? Because at the end of the day, without the silence, you can't hear, you can't actually see clearly. It's not going to work. So you need the peace in order to elevate, in order to keep pushing, in order to keep going forward. But if you don't mind your business, none of this will be possible. So a lot of people, they like to believe they don't, pardon me, that they do mind their business, but they don't. They subconsciously still want to get involved in other people's lives, or look into getting into other people's worlds. But trust me, it's not going to get you in a good position, you know. Now, when this happens in controlled environments such as a workplace, that's totally different, right? People like to play up in workplaces. It also relates to my video I made almost a year and a half ago as well, back in the old days, right? And I essentially said that there's a difference between a boss and a leader, right? A boss is delegated that position, right? You go into a workplace, you're given the title of being a boss. You aren't a boss, you're just given that title, right? A leader is someone who lives by it, who breathes it, who embraces it, who embodies it, who is it, right? Within the real world and within the surface world of these controlled environments, people follow leaders, right? So at the end of the day, don't get too caught up in other people's business. Now, as you continue to elevate, it gets harder because people are actually trying to come into your business. But you got to, once again, keep people at a distance, because at the end of the day, you need to think, well, is this person bringing any value to my life, or are they actually taking away from my life? For me, I want peace 24/7. And as I just mentioned before, there's no way I can sit in silence with 100 people around me, right? Bruce Lee even said himself, rest in peace, a wise man is found alone. The opposite of that, as a man, is found in a crowd. Take it in. Now, if you want to discuss this further, as I always mention, please do reach out. All the information is in the description box below. Mind your business on your journey. It will save you a lot of time and energy, and it will be the best decision you've ever made. Peace and love, people. Mr Altier out.